So we are certainly in the midst of our fourth surge in Jefferson Parish, have been in this very unfortunate position for our community for the past month. We are averaging about 500 cases a day. For perspective, when we go low in our parish, it's 30 to 60 cases a day. We're at 500 cases a day. So that is the situation we find ourselves in, with a positivity rate of 17%. This is the highest cases we've seen since the pandemic has started. This is the worst time that we've seen, and hospitalizations are at an all-time high with COVID. And that's why we have our medical professionals here from our major hospital systems to tell you firsthand what is going on at their workplace at our local hospitals. And so you can see what they're seeing. You can understand what they're seeing. Our region, Region 1, it's a 4-parish region, has 593 COVID patients in the hospital. 245 of those people are in the ICU, and 67 are on ventilators. So our teams have been working very hard to help our medical community in any way we can, and we've done so from the very beginning. I know they're tired and exhausted, and anything our resources can do to try to just alleviate some of that pressure off of our hospital systems, we're going to do that. So today we're here to announce that our COVID vaccination and testing site, one-stop shop to get vaccines and testing, and our partners with the Louisiana National Guard and Louisiana Department of Health will be returning to the Ilario Center starting Monday, August 16th, right here. We're going to come back to testing here. We've hosted free community testing. It's something that I'm personally very proud of. We have always had free community testing since the very start of this pandemic, March of last year. We were one of the very federal pilot sites to have free community testing, and we have had it every day since the pandemic started. 2 months ago, when things were better for us and we were trying to get back to speed, bring events back to Ilario Center, we moved the testing site to Harold McDonald Park to scale it down. At that time, we were only seeing about 15 to 20 people a day, so we moved it right across West Bank Expressway. But more recently, obviously with this surge, we're seeing 250 to 300 people a day at that site, and that little site cannot house the amount of demand that the community has for testing right now. So we're moving it back here to Ilario Center. This is going to be on Monday. So this is going to be a drive-through testing site and a walk-up vaccination site. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the vaccinations that will be offered here will be Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson for anyone over the age of 12. All tests and vaccinations are free of charge, and you can register online for the testing at jeffparish.net. So we're also working hard with the Ilario Center to continue their scheduled operations as planned. In addition to that site, Ochsner is going to be offering free COVID testing at Celebration Church in Kenner every Monday and Tuesday from 9 to 1. And West Jefferson Medical Center, LCMC, is providing drive-through testing Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Ochsner's also at Lakeside Mall every day from 11 to 6:30, at Oakwood Mall on Thursday through Saturday, 11 to 6:30, and of course at the airport by the baggage claim every day from 8:30 to 5. And we will be announcing more sites in the next few days. We're working on those new testing and vaccination sites. Again, this is to just help relieve some of the pressure, the incredible pressure on our hospital systems. We know that the vast majority of these cases are occurring in our younger populations. I'm going to let our medical professionals tell you we're actually getting additional resources from the federal government here in our community to help us in this very, very difficult situation. The good news for us in Jefferson Parish is that the vaccination rates are increasing, and we're seeing more people getting vaccinated, most of those under the age of 30. We're seeing higher rates of vaccination. So 72% of our eligible population, and you take the 12s and under, they're not eligible, so you take that out of the equation, 72% of the eligible population has received at least the first dose of the vaccine. That is 23,000 more vaccines in just this parish in the last 3 weeks. So that is the good news. I'll tell you our medical community is concerned. I sat in on an update from LCMC yesterday. I sat in on an update with Ochsner. They're concerned also, of course, with what's in front of them, this terrible COVID surge, but also just what happens to our overall health as their need to address COVID is pushing back routine services, whether it's heart, all kind of internal issues that later will become more immediate. So if you don't think this disease is affecting you, it is, in the sense that the resources that are overwhelmingly having to deal with COVID and overall our health is going to suffer on other issues. Tests that could be done now to reveal something and that may be more preventable are delayed, and that's affecting every single one of us. There is no doubt that it affects you. So nobody is getting away from being affected by COVID. If you've never had it, if you, whatever, you're going to stay, nobody is not being affected by this. Let's show our respect for these folks behind us and the people they work with. Let's do what we can for the mitigation measures. Let's wear masks. Let's socially distance. Let's be smart about the activities that we do. This is the way that our economy moves forward, that kids get back to school, that we are able to live with this horrible virus doing something as simple as wearing a mask. I will never understand why this is such a big deal, given the situation we're in where our hospitals are bursting at the seams. I will never get that, why this little thing over your face is such a big deal to people. It's not. It's not. This is a small mitigation measure that we can do. If you don't want to protect yourself, we got to at least respect these folks behind us who are working the fourth time. They're tired. Can you imagine? Federal government is having to send us additional resources. So this is our way to have to live with this virus until we can finally put this thing to bed. So please, let's show respect for us, for our medical community. Please think about getting vaccinated if you haven't done it already. You're going to hear what's going on with our children. I'm a parent. What we do, what's ingrained in us is to protect our children. It is a very natural instinct that we have. I'm a mom. Please consider getting vaccinated for your child who is not eligible to get vaccinated if they're 12 or under, if they're 12 or under. So this is not, we're in hurricane season, and it's going to be an active 3 weeks for hurricane. I will say that we have to look at it. Luckily, the tropical storm right now is not heading our way, but it will be an active season. We can't control that. We just have to brace for what Mother Nature sends our way, and we just try to proactively brace for that. This we can control. Our actions control how long this surge is going on, how high we go, how long we're into this. Our very actions individually control that. So I'm begging you, please, let's get on board with what our community is asking you to do for the sake of all of us, okay? Please, covid.jeffparish.net for any information you need about testing, vaccinations. We're going to be working with the Blood Center to host blood drives next week, so I encourage you at our playgrounds, I encourage you to look at jeffparish.net for the blood drives. That's something, many of you want to do something, don't know what to do, let's consider giving blood, okay?